Let's get to that lineup for you. We'll start this one again for you. Give these guys a chance to get their names out there as well. Skylar Smith is your pole sitter in the 16S. R&R Arms, number 16S, out of Bemidji, Minnesota. To the outside, Jason Vandekamp out of Scandia, Minnesota, in the 16V. Second row inside, Jim Bob Davis out of Chanute in the Earls Lock and key number 01. To the outside, Mitch Weiss in the 23W, also out of Scandia, Minnesota. Third row inside, Kurt Myers out of Camerona, Wisconsin, and to the outside, Jason Shield in the 24 Junior Perfection Auto Sales Special. Fourth row inside, Tim Van Gotten out of Chanute, Kansas in the Bash Automotive 37V. To the outside, the 33 out of Colby, Kansas is Dustin Daniels. Fifth row on the inside, Bobby Rattery out of Mountain Grove, Missouri in the Rattery Battery Shop number 20R. Rusty Skaggs out of Fort Scott, Kansas in the TOS Motorsports 21. Inside row number 6, Doug Ty in the 4D out of Troy, Illinois, the Air Force Racing Special. To the outside, Dustin Tulin in the 45 out of Topeka in the Dairy Queen Special. Seventh row inside, Ryan Kaplan out of Ankeny, Iowa in a Harris Stay Right Transmissions number 111. To the outside, Nick Barger in the 14N in the Turn 2 Media Special. Eighth row inside, the number 15 ride is the Eagle Machine out of Urbana, Missouri. That is Ryan Eddy. And to the outside, Tanner Zweifel out of Watertown, South Dakota in the Fast Track Race Car 71Z. Scheduled to start tailback in the 42J, it's Jerry Morgan out of Fort Scott, Kansas. And that will get us through our lineup for our second non-qualifiers. We got a little question going on here about one car here. We'll see what the call is. Just going to swap them out, looks like, as we go green on the field. Once again, the 16 was strong in his heat. We'll see if Skylar Smith can hang on for a win in this one. And just as I say that, Jason Vandekamp may be the one powering the way he is to the front. Vandekamp keeps it on the high side. He'll bring it off at 4 and will lead lap number 1 of non-qualifier event number 2. So put Vandekamp out front with Skylar Smith. Look out down the front chute. Heavy contact there with the 71Z of Tanner Zweifel. The 42J turned around here. That is Jerry Morgan. One other car also involved. You see the spring rolling across now underneath the car. The 14N. Jacob and Ellie Ebert watching dirt racing on TV. Nice to have you along for the ride. Here we go. One lap in. 15 to go. Vandekamp, your leader. We're back underway. So the 16 of Skylar Smith trying to hang on. He's got a group of hungry wolves, though, right there trying to gain their way through the field. Smith down on the low side. Hangs on to second for now, but here comes the 23 of Weiss. The 1M is right there as well. That is Kurt Meyer. Kurt Meyer barely not transferring out of that. Had to run this last chance qualifier once to get up there. And his shot for $1,000, take that back home to Wisconsin. So no change there for second and third. Still close, though. Behind them, Weiss still fourth. The 33, look out. Down the front straightaway, the one car is sideways. Ryan King Smith, and that 16 car. Here we go. Green is out one more time. 3 laps down. Going to work lap number 4 this time. Couple cars way up on the high side. 4 wide. Check it out. Almost 5 wide off of 2 at the Hummer. Wow. And we got a battle up front for the lead. I better get my eyes back to this as the 1M of Kurt Meyer says, I am done finishing outside of the top spot. He is going for the lead now. The Wisconsin driver underneath Vandekamp for the lead here into corner number 3. Will he come out with the lead? Vandekamp slips a little bit on the high side, but was able to catch the cushion, and he'll power his way back out front to lead another lap. Vandekamp right there in the middle lane now, trying to take some momentum away from Myers. He knew what Myers was going to do. He shut the door. Vandekamp will keep it on the high side. Myers keeps it down low, drifts up to the middle lane. Still no change in the top 2. On back in that third spot. Now the 33 machine looking good. Steady rolling. In the 33 is Dustin Daniels. Daniels now up to third. Mike Striegel pulls off in the 17, so his weekend comes to an end. Had an up and down weekend, so tough break there for the Wheatland Outlaw, Mike Striegel, as his night comes to a close at the Hummer for 2016. Speaking of 16, that is the 16V of Jason Vandekamp out front. Kurt Meyer pressured there for a couple laps, maybe setting back now, cooling the tires, something to get another rerun at first. Having a look at the score sheet here, we are now 8 laps into this one, so halfway that time. Coming around to complete lap number 9, no change inside the top 2. Dustin Daniels still holding on to that 3rd spot. Skylar Smith has slipped back to 4th, now possibly 5th, as the 37B of Tim Van Gotten charges to the 4th spot. Tim now up to 4th. Yellow flag is out. 1 car around down here in corner number 4. Bandicap is on it, and we are back underway here at the Hummer, trying to close out non-qualifier number 2 at lap 9. Next time around, working lap 10 with 6 to go after the next lap. Close battle there off of 2. The 33 now charges to the 3rd spot, once again up on the high side. Can he make the hay up there? We'll watch him. Keep an eye on him here. Keep an eye on this battle for first. Myers right there with Bandicamp. It's a good one up front. Close racing, close proximity racing all throughout the field, on through about 12th place. Those guys shake it out just a little bit on the back. Meyer again riding the hub here off the low side of 4. Couldn't make the pass. Meyer now flirting with disaster down there with the Uke tire. The 45 of Dustin Kuhlen's night comes to a close here as he brings the 45 into the infield. Bandicamp still your leader as we click off the laps. 4 laps to go. 4 laps remain for Jason Bandicamp to go home with a $1,000 paycheck here tonight. From the outside pole position, if he can get it done, Kurt Meyer still looking for a way, searching, trying to figure something out. Dives down to the low side on entry in 1. Keeps the car fairly down there on the hubs, floats it up in the middle lane off of 2. Not quite working to gain any ground on Bandicamp. So Scandia, Minnesota's Jason Bandicamp trying to hold off a Wisconsinner for the win here tonight. White flag in hand. This time by, we see it, 1 to go. Bandicamp, Meyer. It's a 2-man race for the finish, for $1,000 to win. Meyer on the low side gets a good run here. Can he make it stick off 2? Not quite. Bandicamp now with a strong run off the high side on 2. He'll keep it on the high side on entry in 3. Meyer down low on the entry. Off of 4, your winner will be Bandicamp in the 16M. Kurt Meyer brings it home second, followed by Dustin Daniels, Tim Van Gotten, Skylar Smith, and Mitch Weiss, followed by Rusty Skaggs. Skaggs back there in the 7th spot. Ryan Eddy bringing it home in 8th. Helmet off, he'll make his way, gets the safety gear off the car. Promoter Ryan Whitworth down here decorating with the Lucas Oil products. VP Racing Fuels jug going home with the Northerner tonight. Out of Scandia, Minnesota, here he comes. It's Vandy. Jason Bandicamp goes home with the win here tonight. $1,000. Taking it home back to the Northland. Jason, congratulations, sir. Jason, congratulations, friend. Nice run out there. Steady run out there. Meyer threw it underneath you a couple times, but you held him back.
Yeah, he is not who I wanted to see underneath me there at the end. It's so hard when you're in front. You don't know where to go. You don't know where they're coming. And I almost bobbled it a couple times in 3 there. And I don't know. It was just, this is a good recovery after a rough weekend.
It's nice to take that $1,000 home. Like you said, just barely out of the mix there to make the field, but $1,000 got to feel good.
It feels really good. I'll take it. I'd love to be in the big show. That's what we came here for, but I'll go home with a smile on my face.
That's right. Ryan announced tonight there'll be a Battle of Bull Ring 3. Will we see you back down here again?
Probably, but it'll probably have this body on it again because I'm not coming here with all new stuff again. I need to thank my sponsors, FYE Motorsports, CNS Automotive, Shakers Lubes, Premier Real Estate, ASI, Champ Sports Bar and Grill, Dominator Chassis, Power Plus Dyno Service, got FYE, Nelson Show and Go, and yeah, that's all I can remember.
Thank you, sir. Nice run out there. Be safe going home, okay? Jason Bandicamp, your winner tonight here in non-qualifiers number 2. Chris, back up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is go time for this 7,500 to win battle at the Bull Ring. Here is your starting lineup. We'll start from the front row and work our way back. Your pole sitter, he led everybody in passing points. He's out of Kelly Lake, Minnesota. In the Propane Strategies Mohawk Savage 37X, it'll be Skeeter Esty. And his outside of West Plains, Missouri. In the Mr. Den Enhanced Network Solution 36, it'll be Logan Martin.
Second row on the inside, it's the red one of Dan Wheeler out of Savage, Minnesota, and the Joe Provo Raceway red one. To the outside, Cody Smith in the 31S. He's out of Kaufman, Texas, in the Vado Race Cars 31.
Row 3 inside, it'll be Chad Clancy out of Liberty, Missouri, in the Prime Racing Products Westfall GMC 21. And his outside, it'll be Justin Fremming. He's out of Garfield, Minnesota, the Anderson Funeral Home, TFC Poultry 33X.
On the inside of row number 4, three-time Lucas Oil Speedway champion in the K65, it's Chris Jackson out of Lebanon, Missouri. To the outside, Ryan Schroeder in the Goodyear Tire Center, Devils Lake, North Dakota 77R.
Row 5 inside, the red-headed Rebel, Scott Bince out of Jamestown, North Dakota, therealtruck.com, rhrebelstorage.com, 1S car. To his outside, it'll be Troy Hovey in that 476X out of Decorah, Iowa, in the Troy Hovey Trucking, two guys fixing 476.
Inside of row number 6, that's where we find Woodward, Oklahoma driver in the Boom Test number 33R. It's Mike Roach. And to his outside, one of the local boys here, Fort Scott, Kansas driver in the Velocity Tactics number Z28. It's Randy Zimmerman.
Row number 7 inside, it'll be Ryan Gilmore out of Springfield, Missouri, the Enhanced Network Solution around Ron Motorsports 66. And your defending champion, Sean Strong, out of Billings, Missouri, the Midwest Sheet Metal Dynatech Headers number 14.
Next up on the inside of row number 8, Randy Klein out of Lisbon, North Dakota in the City Side Collisions number 88 XXX. And to the outside, another local here in the Muhlenberg Excavating number 39M out of Sparta, Missouri, Stephen Muhlenberg.
Row 9 inside, it's Cale Westover. He's out of Blair, Oklahoma, the Western Flyer Express Smiley Racing Products 44. And J.C. Morton will go to the outside of the Springfield, Missouri, the Tailpipers Automotive, RacingDirt.com, number 18.
Starting 19th tonight on the inside of row number 10 out of Mayville, North Dakota in the pit stop number 7K, it's Dale Kraling. And to his outside in the 1B in the Northland Buildings out of Ashland, Wisconsin, number 1B, it's Kevin Eder.
Next row back inside, it'll be Mac Esty. He's out of Kelly Lake, Minnesota. He's in the Mohawk Salvage, Palmer's Tavern, and Snap Signs 37. And to his outside, it'll be Lucas Isaacs. Lucas out of Bonner Springs, Kansas, the Fries Car Care, Ustery Auto Body, number 6.
Inside of row number 12, the pilot of the 21B out of Woodward, Oklahoma in the Ramirez Motorsports Special, it is Brandon Kinney. And to the outside, just behind his little brother in the 66 in the Fries Car Care, HBJ Chassis out of Bonner Springs, Kansas, it's Ethan Isaacs.
And 3 provisionals to start at the back of this, starting inside of row 13, the defending Wissota Midwest Modified National Champion, it's Travis Sauer. He's out of Elizabeth, Minnesota, therealtruck.com, Shoremasters and Weight Farms 21X. And the defending USRA Midwest Modified B-Modified National Champion, Andy Bryant. He's out of Fort Scott, Kansas, in the Cummings Excavating Dynamic Drivelines and at Nip Enterprises, number 28.
Our final starter tonight is our IMCA provisional here with us this evening in a Southern Sport Mod. It's Dalen Bergeron in the 33B Ramirez Race Cars Special out of Woodward, Oklahoma. That, ladies and gentlemen, is your starting field for tonight's Battle at the Bull Ring number 2.
27 cars scheduled to go. We've got 26 of them so far. No Logan Martin. Martin scheduled to go on the outside of the front row. You saw him have trouble in hot laps not that long ago. So we do working and working. Logan's in the car. You can see him in the car. He does not have his helmet on, but we'll wait a minute, as he definitely earned a spot in tonight's A-Main. So they've got a four-wheeler behind him ready to push him out. They are handing the helmet through the door as we speak. We got some pretty good camera guys here with Racing Dirt, don't we?
Not bad, actually. Not bad.
I'm not sure I'm going to give either one of them a whole lot of credit, but they are pretty good. And this is a great shot of the crews getting ready to go with Logan Martin. And we're being told Logan, they were working on fixing it, and then they thought we were doing driver introductions, and he thought he could come out here and the crew would finish it, and then that changed, of course. So that's the reason we're kind of holding off for letting Logan come on out. 500 to win, 50 lap Sam around the Hummer. We are ready to rock and roll, race fans. It's showtime!
Let's get ready to Humboldt!
We are underway. Skeeter Esty in 37-36. And Logan Martin in the 31 of Cody Smith. Good three-car battle there. Smith going to take a look down to the inside. Logan Martin right through the middle, but Skeeter Esty has gone on lap 1 in 37X.
ST out front. Now the Texan takes over that second spot. Logan Martin stays in that middle lane. He'll hang on to third. Cody Smith now slips up just a bit. No change there between second and third. Good battle behind them as everybody tries to find the preferred line here early on lap 2.
Good racing going on behind your leader. 3 wide here at the Hummer. Continues to be Skeeter Esty in 37, Cody Smith in 31, the 36. Have Logan Martin, Justin Fremming up to 4th, and Chad Clancy 5th. We've got one at the wall here. That's Troy Hovey. Hovey and Dan Wheeler, a little bit of contact, and Hovey lost wholesale spots in 4.
Logan Martin now slips back just a little bit into the cusp with the 33 of Justin Fremming. Fremming right there in that 4 spot. Good run by him. Chad Clancy now breaks into the top 5. It's a 2-car breakaway up front with Esty. And the 31S of Cody Smith, the lone Texan here, trying to take home the win tonight for the Lone Star. Look out over here, big pile up in betweens 3 and 4. Several cars involved. We see the 44 over there as well as Steven Muhlenberg. The Kraling machine, the number 7 is involved. Cale Westover involved in the 44. The 39 of Steven Muhlenberg. The 7 of Dale Kraling involved. Deep breath, getting ready to hold on for some green flag action. Chris Steppen will get us started here when we go green.
Here we go. Skeeter Esty ready to bring us back to the green. This time by into 3 out of 4. Green flag in the air. It'll be Esty Martin. Good restart is Logan Martin. Martin had a good start going into 3, backed off it and got right back on it at the right time. He will take that second spot away back from Cody Smith at 31. Chad Clancy has moved up to the 4th spot. Now Clancy going to work on Justin Fremming. Down the front straightaway, it'll still be Skeeter Esty in 37X.
It's getting crowded at the front now on this restart. Everybody knows they got to make it happen early, and Logan Martin is trying to do just that, trying to hang on to the low side of the hub off of 2. Skeeter Esty still in control of this one. Cody Smith now has under fire from the 21C, your 2014 USRA B-Mod champion. Clancy up to 4th.
Good racing, 2, 3, and 4 wide in a couple spots here. Throughout the field, it'll continue to be Esty, Martin, Smith. Justin Fremming trying to take that 4 spot back away. It's Fremming and Clancy side by side. That's your top 5. Then it's Ryan Shorter 6. Randy Zimmerman is 7th. Scott Bintz on his way forward 8th. Mike Roach 9th. And 10th of the line will be Chris Jackson in 65.
Great battle there, like Chris was saying, between Fremming and Chad Clancy. That inside the top 5 in 4th and 5th. No change up top now, but Logan Martin has got to run on the high side a little bit too hot as he got into the wall, and that's going to open the door there for the Texan of Cody Smith and the 31S. The Texan now will dive down to the low side to try to make some hay off of 2.
Continues to be the Skeeter Esty show for now. It's Skeeter Esty, Logan Martin. 1, 2, Cody Smith around the bottom. Keep an eye on a couple of these guys trying to make their way through on the bottom, and Dan Wheeler with trouble. The red 1 car is off the pace. Savage, Minnesota's Wheeler. He's going to roll to a maybe not yet. And now he's going to roll to a halt. We thought maybe Dan Wheeler was going to inch his way to that exit area. However, he did not quite make it.
Gone out of our eyesight. He's got to change the tire back over here in the designated area, so we're going to go back green this time. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Skeeter Esty, Logan Martin, and the 31S of Cody Smith. Bring him to the line. We're back underway, Chris.
Skeeter Esty right back to the race lead. His brother Mac just exited off the back straightaway, so his night will be done. Down the front straightaway, though, it'll continue to be Skeeter Esty, Cody Smith with a great restart here. Smith going to go to the outside. He'll take over 2nd. Logan Martin is 3rd. Chad Clancy 4th. Look at the battle. They're 3 wide behind him for 5th going into turn number 1.
Great battles throughout about the first 5, 6, 7, 8 positions with Chad Clancy crossing the line that time in 4th, Roach in 5th, and Fremming back to 6th. So Fremming got shuffled back a little bit, now trying to make his way back up. And check out Esty. That's the biggest lead of the night right there at lap number 11 as he begins to pull away by about 8 car lengths.
He's almost got a second advantage, .892 for Skeeter Esty at the front of the field. It's Esty, Smith, Logan Martin now trying to roar back around the outside. He, along with Justin Fremming, heads up. We got a car up there. That might be Chris Jackson up again. No, might not be. I'm not sure. It is Randy Zimmerman, actually, yeah. Up on the top of turn number 4, and the yellow is out.
Yellow out for the Z28 of Randy Zimmerman. Now the lap before Logan Martin smacked the wall, you could actually feel the vibration up here in the tower when he hit the wall, so we'll keep an eye on the 36.
12 in, still a long way to go here in the Battle of the Bull Ring for Skeeter Esty in 37X.
Not a good start there for the 31S of Cody Smith as he got way too low, set himself up wrong. He's still having problems there trying to ride the hub around the low side in both turns. Everybody through 1 and 2 okay. Zimmerman now rejoins the field. We got company up front. Here comes the 36 of Martin.
Justin Fremming and Cody Smith now side by side. That's for the third spot as they race their way through turns 3 and 4. Fremming going to go by. Justin Fremming now up to the top 3. Chris Jackson trying to make his move to the outside. Chad Clancy right to the middle of the racetrack. Cody Smith still right there as well, but it's still Skeeter Esty, your leader in 37X.
We talked to Chris Jackson earlier this week. He said he only has one goal, and that's to walk away here a winner. He very well may do that as Dan Wheeler in the red one. Tough break for him. Pulls off the track. He is done for the night in this one at lap 14.
Still Skeeter Esty showing the way. Good racing behind Chad Clancy with a monster slide job right there. Clancy and Cody Smith, a good side-by-side battle here for the 4 spot. Chris Jackson sneaking in there as well into the top 5. Here's your top 3 have driven away just a bit. Esty, Martin, and Justin Fremming.
Martin still throwing the sparks off the 36 as he's doing everything he can to find a way. The 18-year-old Fremming now has made his way to 3rd here at lap number 16. Fremming doing a great job. They're 3 wide off of 2 with Chad Clancy over there. Tough break here as he had to back out of it. Isaacs broke over here in the 66, goes around backwards. Yellow will fly. Yellow flag is out. Something went amiss on the 66 of last year's 3rd place runner Ethan Isaacs, and he got tapped from behind because he looked like had no power to us. Something amiss on the 66 car. And
so far, Skeeter Esty right back to the race lead in 37X. Justin Fremming going to try to go by to 2nd. The 28 of Andy Bryant got a little bit crossed up. Look at that. They're 3 wide. Right behind your race leader, Fremming going to go to 2nd in 33. You got to be kidding me. The 18-year-old trying to get into the top 2. Look out, Cody Smith going to drive all the way across the racetrack, but it's Fremming, Chris Jackson to 3rd.
And that opens the door for Chris Jackson in the TJR number 65 as he's going to go to 2nd. We got one in the wall deep in the field. He's still rolling. That's the 21X machine. He's going to be able to get down here. They're 4 wide off of 4. Something had to give there, and it was the 77, and the yellow flag will now fly. Oh, heavy contact there. Andy Bryant, no doing of his own as the 33X turned down to the left. He thought everybody was by him, and the 28 of Andy Bryant, heavy damage there for Andy. Tough break for the 2015 USRA National Champion.
3rd, ready to go, back racing here, Skeeter Esty right back to the lead in 37X.
All right, back to green flag action. Now we'll see if Chris Jackson can do anything on the low side. He floats it off, had the hub, and that's going to open the lane up for Chad Clancy, the 2014 USRA National Champion, coming to life here off of corner 4. Let's watch this battle. They're side by side. Jackson tries to fight back. They collide. They touch a little bit. Clancy and Jackson side by side.
Down the back straightaway, it'll continue to be the 37X of Skeeter Esty, the 65 of Chris Jackson, and now Clancy again right down to the bottom of the racetrack in 21. Good side-by-side racing. There goes Clancy to 2nd in 21C.
And Chris, there could be some pressure ridges building up there over off of quarter number 4. We see some squirrely-looking cars coming off of 4. We'll keep an eye on that situation. A couple of those guys having a few problems here as Clancy tries to close in. Everybody a little better that time through 4. Floated up to the high side is Logan Martin, just behind the 65 of Chris Jackson, who has slipped back to the 3rd spot. And just as I say that, Martin up in the wall once again. He has flirted with disaster.
Mike Roach going to sneak by into the top 5 now in the 33R, the Woodward Oklahoma racer, working his way to the inside of Logan Martin's 36, side by side there. And it's Sean Strong, last year's winner, trying to crack his way to the top 5 right now. He's running 7th. 8th is Ryan Schroeder, 9th is Isaacs, and 10th right now is Randy Klein. Dale Kraling has spun the 7R, and the caution is out on lap number 22 for Mayville, North Dakota's Dale Kraling in turn 2.
Is 10th Chris Steppen.
Right back to it. Here comes Skeeter Esty back to the lead in 37X. He's led the first 22. See if he can lead us past the halfway point Here a couple laps from now. Chad Clancy still second. Chris Jackson now third. Then it's Cody Smith and Logan Martin still the top 5. Sean Strong now. He's going to take a look to the outside. Strong right to the middle of the racetrack. He and Mike Roach side by side. Let's see who comes out of this one. It'll still be Roach at the line on lap 23.
Lap 23 down there. Cody Smith now trying to rebound. He'll look to the inside of Chris Jackson in the 65. Smith will get the spot, put Chris back into the third position. So Smith right up there, right where he was for much of the race. Now Chris Jackson goes to the high side just as I say that, but the 31 comes back under him. Logan Martin still flirting with disaster on that high side lap after lap, trying to get it to come in.
We got a good racetrack here. You can go top, middle, bottom, doesn't matter. 3 different grooves. Down the back straightaway, we're coming to the halfway point. 25 in, 25 to go for Skeeter Esty in 37.
Nose to tail once again with the 65 and the 36 as they try to shake things out. Nobody able to reel in Skeeter Esty, race long leader in that 37, about a 12 car length advantage at entry point of those corners as he pulls away from the rest of the field. Chad Clancy, Cody Smith, Chris Jackson, and Logan Martin, your top 5.
Good battles right outside of the top 5. Sean Strong is there, trying to make his way after Mike Roach. Good battles in the top 5 as well. Smith in 31, Clancy in 21. Side by side there for a moment. Here comes Cody Smith. Logan Martin again and Chris Jackson side by side as well as Estes just driving away easily up front in 37.
And Mike Roach wants to get on the action too, currently sitting in that 6th spot just behind that great battle between Jackson and Logan Martin for 5th. So Roach in that 6th spot, Strong still hanging on to the 7th position. The 77R of Schroeder back there in 8th. Gilmore, oh no, we got contact there with the 77 and the 14. Wow, just as I was talking about the action over here off 4, once again it comes on lap 28. Lap 28, the 77 and the 14 get together over here off turn 4.
Esty still continuing to pace the field here in the 37X. Ever-changing spot for second. Last time by it was Clancy. This time by it might be Cody Smith. Smith with a good restart right around the outside of the 31. Smith going to swoop by on the outside. He'll take second. Then it'll be Clancy, Chris Jackson, Logan Martin, still the top 5. Keep your eye on Ryan Gilmore here. That 66 is moving. He started middle of the field here. He's trying to crack the top 5 right now. Runs 6th at the line in 66.
And he is just outside of the top 5 at this point. And Chris, a while ago, they tried to make a 2-wide lane, 3 wide there on the hub. Everybody wanted the hub off of 2. Somehow, miraculously, they got through it. Here comes Cody Smith once again down to the low side on Clancy. Clancy will hang on to that 2nd spot. Logan Martin now gets the spot away from Chris Jackson. And Gilmore, like Chris said, is right there knocking on the door of the top 5.
Now Logan Martin continuing to bounce off the outside wall with a right rear. Like we said, it's not really slowing him down. He's still passing cars doing it, hanging out in the top 5. Skeeter Esty just on cruise control, trying to keep the tires underneath him and stay out of trouble as he runs alone up front in 37X.
Coming around a complete lap number 32 this time again. Esty distances himself from his closest pursuer. That is the 31S of Cody Smith. Our Texan out there, Chad Clancy, 3rd. Logan Martin hanging on to that 4 spot. Sparks still flying. Once again, watch the 36 as he plants it way high. Jackson wants the same spot. Logan Martin will go back around. Ryan Gilmore now has a bird's eye view back there in that 6th spot watching that pair race.
Continuing to be all Skeeter Esty, Cody Smith, and Chad Clancy. Logan Martin, Chris Jackson against to the top 5. Good battles behind here. We've got several 2 and 3 wide battles outside of the top 5. 6th is Gilmore, 7th is Roach, 8th is Isaacs, 9th is Randy Klein, and Kevin Eder, remember, started way at the tail here. Eder went to the back on the early caution, and he's up to 10th.
That 3-wide battle was back for 13th, 14th, and 15th, so drivers still fighting for everything they can. Ryan Gilmore now having a bit of a run-in with the wall down there, lost a little bit of momentum. Chad Clancy will now take to the low side once again on Smith. Not going to work this time. Here comes Martin once again trying to gain a spot on Chad Clancy. Can't quite make it happen. Lucas Isaacs now slowly creeping his way up into the action. He sits back in the 8th position in the 6th, so he has gained another spot since the restart here.
Skeeter Esty will come to the line on lap 36. He's got a 2.7 second advantage. Driving away is the Kelly Lake, Minnesota racer right now. It's Esty Smith. Logan Martin has come back to the 3rd spot now. Martin continues to flirt with disaster up there, but he's up to 3rd. Continues to be the 21 of Clancy and the 65 of Jackson. We're coming up on lap 38 next time by.
Lap 38 next time around, and Lucas Isaacs has gained another spot. He'll now set his sights on Ryan Gilmore, put Isaacs up into that 7th position. Cody Smith having a little bit of time here, coming off of 4. Logan Martin now solely possession of 3rd. Chad Clancy slips back to the 4th spot. Chris Jackson, Ryan Gilmore, Lucas Isaacs, and the 33 machine of Mike Roach still inside the top 10.
77R, Brian Schroeder going to head off onto the infield. Tough break for him, and the caution is going to fly. Let's see what the story is there. Debris on the racetrack here on the top of turn number 1. So the caution out on lap 39.
36.
Officially 30 laps, have 38 laps scored. We'll go back to the last completed one. So 30 around in 37X. I think Cody Smith, Logan Martin, Chad Clancy, etc. are going to have something to say about it as we get set to go back to green this time by.
Once again, green flag in the air. Here we go. Final laps. Hopefully we can get them all green and stay clean and green to the finish as these drivers battle it out for every position. Again, Logan Martin slips up high. Cody Smith is right there, but Logan Martin has the big run here with the momentum off at 2 into corner number 3. Watch him off 4, Chris.
Logan Martin charging again here in 36. He'll clear. He'll go to the 2nd spot in 36 up on the top. Cody Smith right around the bottom in the 31. Then it's Chris Jackson, Chad Clancy, Isaacs now to 6th again in 6. Down the back straightaway, Skeeter Esty has opened up a half a second advantage here. We are coming to the line with just 10 to go this time by.
Inside of 10, and the 2nd and the 3rd place drivers collide down the front chute. Not just a racing deal, really, guys, going for the same piece of real estate. Cody Smith in that 2nd spot, Logan Martin on the high side. 2 distinct lines here. Chad Clancy still right in the mix in that 4th spot. Chris Jackson in 5th. Lucas Isaacs has clicked off another spot up to 6 as they take him into corner 1.
Skeeter Esty still your leader. We're inside 10 to go. We'll come to the line with 8 laps remaining this time by in this 50-lapper. Logan Martin continues an onslaught around the cushion. Let's see if he can get close enough to challenge with the last 5 laps here of this one. We've got 8 to go at the line for Esty in 37X.
And Logan Martin may have finally found that to come in for him because it looks like he is peeling away ever so slightly at that lead of Skeeter Esty. Here comes Logan Martin on the high side. Can he get it done?
Cody Smith, Chad Clancy swapping that 3rd spot here at the start-finish line as well.
Oh!
Heads up Logan Martin, hard contact in the wall. He's still rolling. He's still got his foot through the floorboards. He's not done yet. Esty will open up a bigger advantage here with 6 to go.
6 laps to go. Next time around will be 5 to go as Logan Martin rebounds to the 3rd spot. You see how much damage is on the right side of that machine as Logan Martin has rebounded into the 3rd spot. Cody Smith now 2nd, pretty much where he's been all race long. Chad Clancy still well inside the top 5 in 4th. Chris Jackson rounds out top 5 with Lucas Isaacs 6th.
45 laps in, 5 to go. Just a handful remain. Skeeter Esty still in full control. He had a 1.4 second advantage at the start-finish line last time by. We're going to come to 4 laps remaining at the line this time.
Winding them down, clicking off the laps. Here comes Cody Smith. Here comes Logan Martin back for 2nd. He wants more. Doesn't want more into that wall, and he gets into it again. If he could just stay off the wall, he's got a fast hot rod. Actually, I don't see how the tire's still up on that one on the right rear. But here we go with just a few to go, Chris.
47 laps scored, 3 to go. It's Esty, Smith, Martin, Clancy, and now Isaacs. Isaacs looking to the inside of Chris Jackson. A good side-by-side battle there. Keep your eye on that side-by-side one. Another good one for 3rd. We'll come to the line with just 2 circuits around the Hummer for Esty in 37X.
2 more laps to go, and Lucas Isaacs is knocking on the door of the top 5. They bring him off of corner 4. Chris Jackson and Lucas Isaacs going at it. What a rebound here for the 6 car of Lucas Isaacs as he looks to put the Isaacs name inside the top 5 once again at the Battle at the Bull Ring. Chris Steppen, the white flag is coming at you.
1 more trip around the Hummer. Skeeter Esty has led 49. Can he hang on for the final trip around? We'll race our way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Who's it going to be?
Looks like it's going to be Skeeter. He picked up 3 heat race victories out of 4 tonight. He leads every lap here at 50 laps. Skeeter Esty, your winner in the 37. Cody Smith brings it home 2nd. Chad Clancy is 3rd. Chris Jackson 4th. Lucas Isaacs in 5th. Logan Martin back there in the 6th position. Wow, what a race here tonight. Skeeter Esty, dominant form here tonight at the Battle at the Bull Ring number 2. We'll get the car scaled, get him across tech, and we'll get down there and get a word with him. Chris, what a race here tonight.
Outstanding. Amen. Slowed a handful of times with a couple yellows at the right times to keep the field all bunched up and unbelievable. Skeeter Esty with his $7,500 paycheck as the second annual Battle at the Bull Ring champion.
It was a hesitant moment of truth over there as they really had him checking tonight. We get all the accolades, the contingency sponsors, all the contingency prizes set on top of the car. We'll get a word with him. From Kelly Lake, Minnesota, Skeeter Esty, your champion at the Battle at the Bull Ring, number 2. Tired man as he jumps off the car. Getting a handshake from the flagman, Tony. Tony gives him the flag. Nice maneuver there, Tony. Skeeter, handshakes. Good job, my friend. Come on over in front. I know you're tired. You got to do some talking here. We talked on night number 1. You said how much you guys love to come down here. You like to travel in the packs. Everybody out here to see you tonight dominated this event. Did you ever think that would happen?
We had a pretty good car. Got to thank everybody that helps me out. Lots of cautions. I didn't like to see that many, but we made it happen.
You guys made it happen. I'll tell you what, you were on it. You had people behind you doing everything they could, throwing sparks, trying to throw sliders to get up there, but really nobody ever challenged you. Logan Martin kind of reeled you in there with about 8 to go. He started to come forward but got into the wall. Could you hear anybody around you?
I figured with the restart somebody was going to be pretty close. The beginning I didn't really know where to be. I was kind of searching around, but found my liner on the bottom, and it worked out for us.
$7,500, biggest win of the career?
That it is, yeah, for sure.
Several people have been tweeting us tonight, rooting you guys on. You got a huge following up there. I bet you there's a huge party in Kelly Lake tonight.
Yeah, I got to thank my sponsors, Palmer's Tavern. They got it on up there. TRC Race Cars, Tim's Automotive, Snap Signs, RCR Motorsports, Genesis Shocks, Mohawk Salvage, and CarQuest. Everybody else who helps me out.
Turn around and look at that. Turn around and look at this throne, my friend. That is yours for the night. Skeeter Esty, your champion at the Battle at the Bull Ring. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Everything you could to try to reel him in. You were a consistent driver here tonight. Stayed right there inside the top 3 all night long. Good run for you.
Yeah, it was a pretty good battle there for second. We went back and forth, back and forth. I think I fell back to 4th or 5th, and just kind of hung in there. I hate to have excuses. The carburetor stumbling just a little bit. It made it a little tough to drive. The car was a little soft. I wish it was a little bit better, but hey, we'll take second any day of the week.
After all these laps that we put on here, 360 the first night, another 360 on night 2. That's 720. We're well into that. Probably well over 1,200 laps here, and this track is still racy at the end of the night. You got to give the credit to these guys.
Oh yeah, definitely with all the rain and stuff that's going on, the weather, and it was a real good track. This is my first time here, and I'm sure we'll be back. This is a good track.
You had a great run. It's great to see you up this way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Cody Smith, and that'll wrap up things here tonight as the Minnesotans get the job done here tonight, taking the big money back home to the Northland. $7,500 to the crew, to the guys going back. The Patriarch is here to see his son pick it all up tonight. The brothers were here. Skeeter comes away the winner here tonight. On behalf of everybody at Humboldt Speedway, Ryan Whitworth, Renda Whitworth, thank you so much for hosting us here all weekend long. You do an incredible job for us every time we're down here. All the entire staff, the safety crew, everybody that made this happen all week long, all the drivers, the great fans, please return safely to your homes.